Previously on Minecraft with Iggy.
And then potions over here are going to be the good potions, like, potion of swiftness, potions of regeneration, that sort of stuff. And yes, this pick is about to die, I know. uh, that's what I said it would. Efficiency 5, it would have been dead in 5 seconds. And that is very true. I've not even had this pick for a day now, and it's just about done, so kind of disappointing. And by day, I mean like real life day, not Minecraft day. And yes, I've resorted down to using an iron pickaxe now. Totally ran out. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Okay, so this is working now. Now I have a switch in here that I can just press and walk out. Hello there guys, it's Secret here, and welcome to episode 14 of Minecraft with Iggy. And yeah, today we got a lot of stuff done. As you can see, we're in a bit of a different texture pack. That's because that's what I play with when I'm just playing Minecraft by myself. Usually when I'm designing things for the world, I actually just use Faithful, but I decided we're going to change things up today, and we're just going to use the OCD texture packs. I'm sure some of you have recognized. Something Sefjwm and FijiWiji both use. And I've kind of become a fan of it, so we're going to use it for this episode, since there's really nothing that I'm designing this episode. But yeah, pretty interesting. It's a 16 by 16 pack, so not as high resolution, but still looks pretty clean, because it's obviously supposed to be clean. OCD, yeah. So yeah, anyway, few things going on. One thing you'll notice, I have an enchanted pick again, Unbreaking 3. That was a level 47. Yeah, kind of kicking myself, but yeah, that does happen. Kind of sucks. Another thing, I just hit level 51 a few minutes ago, so we're going to be starting off this episode with another enchanting. Now the real question is, should I do a sword and just deal with the Unbreaking 3, or go for another pick? And I'm kind of in the mood for a really ultimate pick. I really want one, so we're enchanting a pick. And yes, those are my dogs in the background. I turned up the sound a little bit because we will be needing that in a bit, but I'll turn it down for now. Okay, let's go ahead and enchanto the pick. Oops. Oh yeah, we need multiple sticks. We'll just use another rack then. I'm not really aiming for 50 because I almost never get to 50 in any reasonable amount of time, so I usually just aim for 45 and above. So, we'll see if we can get it on camera, or we'll be stubborn. 46, we'll deal with it. Let's go for it. Something good, something good, something good. Fortune 3 efficiency. Wow. Fortune 3 efficiency 5. That is an odd one. I've never seen that before. Well, at least it's not Unbreaking 3. Let's see. So it's really fast, but it also has insane amounts of... Okay, so this is still going to be my work pick, even though it's not as fast. This one will be my get crap loads of stuff pick. So I'm really happy. I got a Fortune 3. I've not gotten a Fortune 3 before, so that's pretty epic. Get some melons. Used up all my supply punching spiders in the face. So, yeah. What to do next? Oh yeah, I went branch mining. Give you a little update on some of the inventory. As you can see, I'm back in business with redstone, even though I did a lot of redstone stuff back there with the thing I'll show you later. That was in the sneak preview. I used a lot of the redstone there, so thankfully I got a bunch back. Probably at least a few more stacks. And so yeah, that's pretty awesome. Got some more gold, got a little more iron. I'm actually running out of space, like I've mentioned before. Let's see what else. Not too much more. No, I think that's about it. Okay, so, yeah, I'll stop beating around the bush. Okay, sneak preview, you saw it. Let me turn up the sound. It's pretty awesome. I got this idea in my head that I wanted to build a space type of thing in my world. Just a little thing that you can't really find normally unless, I mean, obviously there's buttons, this here, but something you can't find just out of the blue, like something you can't just walk into without doing something. So, and of course, I did play Zelda when I was a kid. Well, I guess I'm technically still a kid, but you know, when I was a younger kid, I did play Zelda, and I remember this tune that would always play when you know find a little secret passage or your door opens or stuff, and I was just like, that would be really awesome in this kind of thing because it's like just so perfect. And I found some tutorials on how to get the correct note block numbers, which I will post the numbers. Basically, you place down a note block and hit that so many times to get the correct notes, which I'll show you later what the correct notes are. But I'm not a music person, so I won't tell you what specific notes. But I'll just tell you. I'll have in the description. I'll leave some of the numbers, the list of numbers that you need for the tuning, in case you want to do it yourself. But anyway, let's press the button. I think Etho may have had that as a alarm timer as well for his base. I do seem to remember that. What's the deal with the zombie in here? Oh, jeez. Hi, Mr. Zombie. Okay. Cool. So here's the redstone. Just making sure there's no more monsters back here. I don't know how that guy got back here. Probably came from here or something. Yeah, I left this all kind of unlit. That was probably not the smartest idea. Okay, so anyway, let's get into the redstone. Over here we have an RS NOR latch. It's my first attempt at doing circuitry, like this kind of circuitry. Basically, it turns a button into a push-on, push-off type of thing. Similar to a lever, except it's more complicated and use a button. And so basically, you press the button, it'll turn it on. Press the button again, and it'll turn it off. That's the main concept idea there. So this is the circuit itself. This is the output right here, where I'm pointing. And then the input is over here. The wiring comes underneath because I kind of ran out of space. But basically, this wiring goes to that button that we just pressed to get inside here. This wiring goes up to the the potions room, and it also goes to a side button that I'll show you in a bit. It's like a button inside the base in case I ever just want to close it off. Inside the hallway, I mean. But yeah, they all have to go in through this wire. If I try to connect it coming this way and then have it go in, it gets really screwed up with the other buttons. So, see what happens. The point is, this block here, when the button is pushed, this is a sticky piston here, just so you know. The sticky piston is supposed to have such a quick pulse that it actually leaves the block over here. It kind of gets glitched and leaves the block over here. And that's how it's an on and off switch. So when you press it again, this will go out and retract the block back with it. But when it goes out, it's such a fast pulse that it will leave the block out here, thus powering this wire because it's going through the block and then powering the wire. So that's kind of how that works. And that pulse is generated by this is the input. The pulse is generated by this little thing here. This is a, 4-tick delay? No, wait, 3-tick delay. It's a 3-tick delay and then a torch, so it just has like just enough pulse to do that. But for some strange reason, if you have it coming in from this side, for example, like this button here, it will not work whatsoever. So yeah, kind of weird, but basically I had to make things more complicated and drag the wire above and behind all the circuitry and then connect it through the same wire there. That way it just comes up and is pretty normal. Okay, so enough with that. Then the output comes out here, goes through this, hits a block, and then it runs into the music setup. The music setup goes like this. Like that. Like I said, I'll post the numbers of how many times you need to click these. These are all piano. How many times you need to click these to get the correct tune, in case you're interested. And I might even leave a link to a tutorial video that I followed, though I didn't find any really good ones, but there are a few, so that at least, explain it enough that you could probably figure it out. So yeah, there's also a, 2-tick delay between all these. Basically, if you place a redstone repeater and press it once, that's how much delay there is between these two, between each of the note blocks. So I have that along the whole thing. Now, the rest of that wiring, the output wiring, goes down to the pistons, of course. These pistons are the ones that open up the, basically over here, yeah, there's pistons. Actually, that closed. It's almost like, yeah, those are the pistons right there. They open up like that. You can actually see the wiring in its action now. One thing I like about this OCD texture pack, though, is it gives you very clear idea of where the wiring is, which I kind of like. But anyway, back on topic. But yeah, these are the pistons here, and they are behind these 2 sandstone blocks. That's the one that we just saw closed and then opened up. And by powering this, it will, this is inverted, so it'll retract them, thus opening the door. And then this wiring goes up here, goes up and around, all the way up to a secondary set of doors. This is the one up in the potions room. That way and then of course the button is also behind this block. But yeah, it's the same idea. This comes up, inverts that turns, retracts the pistons, and opens the door. There's also a button behind this, and that button powers this, which sends power to this repeater. And that is a separate wire, because it needs to be. It goes down here, and goes over here. You can't really see it, but yeah, you can sort of see it. It comes from down along here, and then up here, and then goes all the way over here. And the reason for doing that is, of course, because, like I mentioned earlier, there was some weird bug where if the wiring comes in from this direction, it won't work. So I had to connect all of them in this location. So all the buttons are connected right here. So yeah, that is pretty much with the all with the wiring. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave a comment. I'm not the best redstone guy, but I can sort of figure things out. So yeah. And then, like I said, there's a button here. That's just basic wiring right there. You press the button, and you can lock yourself in, basically. So this ladder leads up to the potions room. Then there's another ladder, which leads down to the caves, which is kind of cool. Secondary access to the caves, and it's also a secondary access to... Ooh, I hear monsters. A secondary access to... Hi there, zombie. Yeah, there's a lot of monsters here. But yeah, it's secondary access to the rail thing. I think it's nighttime, so that's probably why they're all out. So yeah, that's kind of nice. So quick access to the cave. And yeah, we're going to open this up again. And hop on up to the potions room. So here it is. I kind of like the way this looks better with the OCD texture pack in some ways. It kind of looks cooler. Though, what's the deal with that? Those almost look like S's. The wood's a bit strange, but... yeah. I don't know. Like I said, this isn't the permanent texture pack we're using. I'm just experimenting. So, yeah, don't expect a lot from that. And, oh yeah, there's a button right here that opens and closes it. It's kind of cool. I'm just going to replace the blocks back real quick so we don't leave this gaping open hole here. There we go. So yeah, I mainly just wanted a faster way to get up to the potions room. Cool. Sorry there. The only way to get back up to the potions room, which is kind of a pain, I realized that after building this thing. The only way up, like if you're just on the base floor, you're just like, I want to go make some potions, you know. You have to run up here, and then you have to walk all the way down this hallway, and bam, now you're finally here. Whereas, if you were using a little, like, you know, secret tunnel type thing like I have there, not only is it awesome, and you can, you know, add a little tune to it, but it's already on the base floor, so you just walk in, and be like, I think I'll go to the potions room. Ding. There you go. That seemed a lot faster. I don't know if it's technically faster, but it feels faster. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Let me turn down the sound because I'm sure you're hearing me eat my melons. I want to get a new food source at some point, though. Like, seriously, these are getting annoying, having to use them all the time. Because they only take one, bar of hunger, which is kind of slow. But, yeah, we'll eventually get around to that. So, other things going on. The Nether. Now, I will mention right here, right now, I actually recorded this episode before. This is a second recording. Unfortunately, that episode got totally kicked in. Well, yes. It got really screwed up because of some issues with the Nether portal. I was thinking, oh, let's connect some Nether portals so I can, jump between this and the Nether base. Or not the Nether base, the, the Nether fortress. So I get a faster way to get there. That doesn't work in reverse. Basically, if you've seen Generic B's video, how Nether portals can be connected. You can walk only 20 blocks in the Nether, and you'll walk I don't know, 160 blocks in the real world. So it's like a great way to transport. But the other way around, you'd have to travel millions of blocks just to get somewhere. That's thousands of blocks in the Nether. So that's kind of the point. Well, it's probably not millions, but a lot more than you'd have to walk in the Nether. And the thing is that Nether fortress is already pretty far away, so there's really no point in doing that, but I experimented and got lost. Really, really lost. Like, I had to use single-player commands to get myself back to the real world. And I don't normally use mods. I try to avoid using mods, though I do have it installed, as you can see here. But I do not spawn any items. I don't use anything cheaty or fly methods or anything in my LP world. I keep that all totally legitimate because that's the way I roll in the LP world. I just like using it for the not only for emergency situations, like I can't find my base. It's I was probably about 200,000 blocks out when I made a Nether portal and went into it there, and then when I came back into it, it sent me to a different place. So there's a lot of bugs with that. Like when I went in the Nether portal, it would send me. When I went in the Nether portal in the real world, it would send me into the real world again, but even further away from my base. Now, how that makes any sense, I don't know. It also ended up duping some items as well as losing some items because I got a much better pick than this before, and I went into the Nether portal for some reason, and it's disappeared. So it kind of reversed things. It was really strange, to be honest. I don't know how that happened, but either way, I had to build a new Nether portal. As you can see, I built it basically a couple blocks back, and it works perfectly fine now, thankfully. So we're going to jump in here real quick. And whenever this thing loads, eventually. There we go. Okay, here we are. So yeah, it works now. We spawn back in our normal place. Unfortunately, not any closer to the place, the Nether fortress. So the only way we're going to get there is by building a gigantic train track, basically. Which is a pain in the butt, but what can you do? So, yep, that's the end result of that. A lot of frustration. I basically rage quitted on Minecraft yesterday. That's why I didn't really get a new episode out. Plus, I had a lot of work that I needed to catch up on in real life. So, yeah, that's how it works. So, today's episode. Obviously, I showed you what we've gotten done, but what are we gonna do? Now, I have some ideas, and most of them surround me trying to make this a little bit nicer around here. This little area along here is pretty much done, other than adding some more chests along here. This is already complete, as you can see. And I think what we're going to do this episode is work on some sort of farm. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking we're gonna branch out and move out of this little cramped base. Since we pretty much built everything here, I would like to kind of move out of the way and stop just digging myself a bigger hole, basically, in the wall, because that's where I've been living for almost a year. Because I've been in this world for maybe like about almost a year, maybe, I don't know. Pretty close though, I think. But anyway, wait, no, not a year. No, we're not even close to a year. Never mind. I'm just thinking. I'm like, wait, no. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking expanding out. I'm not sure if I want to move onto the lake or onto the side of the mountain or something, but I just want to get out of this little hole in the wall. So we're probably going to do something that way. And I'm going to switch texture packs, kind of figure out what I want to do, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, and I'm back, and I've got me some cows, as you can probably tell here. So I figured out what I want to do. Hey, cowie, come on. Pig, you can just die. Cow, yay. Come on, cow. In here. Take your time. Okay, so I figured out what I want to do. And it's this cow cooker design by Sefjwm. Yeah, there we go. I have it over on another screen. So it's by Sefjwm. The design is basically a cow cooker design. It's inspired by Generic Bee, as well as I think three Asian Minecrafters. It's pretty ingenious. I built it in my test world, which I'll flip over to in a second so you guys can see it, and I can kind of explain it a bit more. And so yeah, I will have credit and a link in the description in case you guys are interested in building it yourself. So go check that out in case you're interested. So I'm going to flip over to my test world real quick, and we're going to see how this thing works. Okay, so here we are in my test world, and here is the cooker. So basically, this is an exact replica. I looked for Minecraft Automatic Cow Cooker 1.2.3 because there was some issues with the 1.2 patch to the 1.2.3 between there. There was some things that changed. Mostly in breeding, I believe. But anyway, this is pretty much 100% efficiency because there's very, very little chance that you will lose drops on this. So basically how it works, you drop your animals in here, and you do that by whatever method you want. Like you could have this underground or something, and then have a little pasture up here that pushes them onto here or something. And then you press this button. And look at that. I did not hear any burning. So that means we got all of the items. Pretty awesome, I have to say. So how this works. You have a redstone button, or you just have a button and you have redstone behind. Obviously you can bury all this or just put it behind a wall if you want. And there's probably a more compact way of doing this as well. I just didn't even bother because I was just trying to follow the tutorial. So how mine works, and like he said in the video, your delay will vary. You just kind of like, guess and check and, try it with a certain amount of delay until you get it right. This is perfect for me. So for me, it is 4 full tick delay repeaters and then 1 on 3 tick, which is the next to last one on the delay. So basically, you send an input. This goes through here. There's a little inverter system here. It sends this out and turns this off for a second. These are inverted because they need to stay on. So I have this powered by default. Then the power goes over here, goes through this little delay timer. This is off by default, but when this turns off, it will turn on, thus sending like basically almost 2 pulses into here. And it goes through the delay system, and through that it will stay off for a certain amount of time, and then it'll go back in. Basically, these are meant to crush the animals. This works also with pigs, and I would probably bet it would work with sheep, but there's really no point in doing that because obviously it would just kill the sheep. Oh, great. There we go. A little bit easier than, just trying to wait for it to go away. So yeah, like I mentioned, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. I have single-player commands installed. I usually just use it in the test world, and I don't spawn any items in my LP world, so deal with it. So yeah, anyway, we got the system here. These are meant to crush them, and by having these turn off, they will pull back, allowing this lava in for a certain, like almost a split second. Like, I'll turn it on real quick. See how it lets it in just for a very short amount of time, just enough to get the animals burning and allow the animals to come down. And then it comes back in and crushes them to death. So they're burning and getting crushed, and all the items drop. No chance in, well, there probably is some amount of chance, but I've never seen it happen after trying this very many times. So the rate of, items is pretty high on, and them actually making it and not burning in lava. So yeah, and then you just walk up, get your items. Very, very simple. This is not super simple, but I guess for anybody who knows Redstone, it's simple. But yeah, it's just a little timer setup, just enough to have enough delay on this. So yeah, that's how this works. So I'm going to build this in my real world. I'm probably just going to do it underground, and I'll probably have it in the, what do you call it, bunker down there. That way I don't have to, make this ugly thing above ground. And I'll probably have the pasture above ground in a certain area, which I'm going to show you now. So be right back. Okay, so here we are. Oops, sorry about that. Stupid lag. Okay, so as you can see here, I dug this out off camera. And this area is going to be where the pasture is going to be. So I'm going to just mine this out real quick. And we're going to place down, this is all going to be grass, just because I like the way it looks with a pasture. Obviously, it's supposed to be grass. And we're going to have cows here. I'm just going to breed them naturally. I really don't need a little fancy setup for that. So I think I'll just do it naturally. You can also see I changed some other stuff, but I'll explain that later. Do I have dirt? Yes, I do. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to have a pasture up here, and then I'm going to have a little water setup. That's just basically going to push them into that 2x1 hole. Yeah, it's 2x1. No, wait, 1x2? You get what I mean. It's like a hole that's like that. This is what I mean. It will push them into this kind of hole. And I will have the setup down here, down in the bunker. It should line up pretty well, or if it doesn't, I will make it line up. I'll just mine it out. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. I'll probably just speed this up because it gets pretty boring for me just building, and I don't have a lot of topics to talk about, so yeah, I will speed this up, and then I might explain little parts here and there. So, be right back. Oh yeah, and before I start the little montage thing, here is some of the stuff I changed. I made most of the smooth stone here. Stone brick. Yeah, it's all stone brick now. This is not fully complete. There's still some stuff up there to finish. But basically, I like the look of stone brick. I know I kind of went overboard on it, but it looks really nice. And then I did these stairs, the stone brick stairs along here. And I did a few half slabs as well, but you can't do too many, or they cause lighting glitches, which is annoying. So, yeah, this is how it's made into. Tell me how you like it. If you don't like it, just leave some feedback. So, I'm interested to know whether this is actually looks good or I'm just totally hallucinating. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Okay, and here we are. Finally finished this whole thing. I'm going to complete the rest of it later. Complete as in clean it up. Obviously, I don't really like this cobblestone. I'll probably change it out with some brick or wood or something later. But for now, this will work, as it's getting late and I gotta finish up here. So we have water here. Got the cows. I really don't have any method in check to make sure that it's not a baby cow. Sorry, there's some lag here. Okay. I don't have any method to check and make sure that baby cows don't go in there, so I'm just going to have to check every time and make sure there's not a baby cow down there. So, yeah, hopefully they won't walk down. What else can I show you? Yeah, the downstairs. Let's head on down to the bunker. Here it is, fully complete. Well, this side's fully complete. This still needs some cleaning up and fixing around, but basically the whole design is working. I'll take you back there if you want. We got the redstone. This is the basic circuit all set up. And then we have it connected to these pistons. I'll just take this because it's been sitting back here. And yeah, this is pretty much it. It's all connected. I have a little water stream coming along here that will push the cows in. So I don't have to have the hole right above this. That way I can have them pushed in and it'll work fine. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure it will work. There's a 2-block drop so they don't jump out of the hole once they're in there. So I would take you there, but it's really a pain in the butt to get out of, so I won't do that. You kind of have to sprint over lava to get over there, so I would prefer not to get back there. So let's just test it anyway. So there you go. And then once we have a cow down there, it'll work fine. Now one thing I would like is that the ability to actually see cows in there, so I might put some glass at some point, but for now this will work. So it's a functioning cow farm. Now I'm just gonna wait till actually, now that I think about it, I need to keep some of these guys alive just for breeding purposes. So how am I gonna do this? I guess I'll just have to breed a bunch of these guys and then take 2 of them, put them in a different pen or something, and or put them above or something. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably have them like suspended above in minecarts or something, and then have the babies come down here. That might work. I don't know. I'll figure it out later, but I'll just wait till I get a bunch of these guys bred and everything, and then I'll show you a full demo. So see you in a second. Okay, since I had to come back here to fix some quick little bugs in the water stream, I'll show you this now. This is the stream that pulls the cows that fall down here. It pulls them over here through this little water break, and then pushes them down into there, which they're chilling out over there right now. But I gotta fix that. Well, I gotta fix the... sorry about that. Just tapped the mic. No, I gotta fix the problem with the, baby cows getting in there. I also brought some pigs over, but I haven't put them in the system yet, because I'm gonna set up a little breeder thing, so it just has the breeding go down in there, and I keep permanent animals for breeding, so yeah, that should work out well. And we're gonna get out of here because this is messy. Okay, we can cover that up. Ooh, nice and dark. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Oops. I should probably throw a light up there so we don't get any mobs. There we go. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that baby cow to mature, and then we're gonna have some beef sandwiches. Awesome. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We're finally going to be able to demo the system, and yeah, these guys are bugging me. And the sounds are up because we kind of need to hear, so... so yeah, I have been listening for a little while, and I've been waiting till I don't hear any of the little, the younger cow noises, the higher-pitched ones, and now that I'm not hearing any of them, I can assume that he has grown up, which is, I don't know how long exactly it takes to fully mature an animal in this game, but I'm sure it's somewhere on the wiki. So, here's going to be the test. Ready? Oh, dear. Well, that was quick. They probably had some fall damage on them, I'm sure, because that killed them instantly. So, that can happen if the animal is not, fully in health. But like you saw with the other one, that's what's supposed to happen, and that's what will mostly happen. So it's not perfect, but it does work fairly well. So yeah, I think that's about it. I have some pork chops. Or not pork chops, what am I saying? Steaks, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna finish up with that stuff off camera, and I'll show you off that next episode. Now, first of all, we need to turn down this volume because they're being loud, and they'll interrupt the exit, the outro. So yeah, that is about it for today. Whoa, that was a nice F5 there. It's all gray. You can see inside my head. There we go. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode. Make sure if you have any comments or questions, to leave them in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear your feedback, and also make sure you tell me what you think of the brick upstairs, like I mentioned earlier. I'm not totally positive on that design, but it is a pretty cool idea. And also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you think other people will like it, make sure to share it with them, as I always like to expand the audience. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in episode 15. If I was hungry, I would be eating this right now. But yeah, see you in episode 15. Thanks for watching.